More raids for another Aghadi leader now. ED has raided Prajakt Tanpure, attaching assets in the Ganesh Gadkari SSK case. Those are the details coming in at this point in time. Ketan joining us for more details. Ketan, what more do we know, and if you can give us the context here?
Well, so the details that we are getting is ED has attached the assets of another Maharashtra minister, and this time it is Prajakt Tanpure. Prajakt Tanpure is the Minister of State for Urban Development, Energy and Higher Education in the MVA government, and the Directorate of Enforcement has attached assets including 90 acres of his land of erstwhile Ganesh Gadkari sugar cooperative mill held in the name of Takshashila Securities, and 2 pieces of non-agricultural land which are around 4.6 acres belonging to Prajakt Tanpure worth 7.6 crores. And the ED has of course initiated a PMLA investigation against the minister. Now the context here is that the ED seems to be in no mood to stop any of these. Clearly that the ministers are after Nawab Malik. This is the second minister in the cabinet that is targeted, and clearly why him? Because the NCP as a party. Is full of cooperative sugar barons, and there are very few sugar barons in Nagpur. Prajakt Tanpure is one of them. Okay, and besides that, it is also a signal to the NCP it's also a political signal that the BJP intends to give in Nagpur, in Vidarbha. So clearly the raid is coming close on the hills. A few days back we saw Nawab Malik being targeted, and now it's Prajakt Tanpure.
All right, Ketan, thank you so much for joining us with all of those details. Those are the latest updates coming in, where another Aghadi leader has been raided by the Enforcement Directorate. Assets have also been attached at this point in time. This is Prajakt Tanpure that we are talking about. In fact, let me go back to Ketan, who's still with us. Ketan, if you can take us through, exactly what has been attached and what can we expect now going forward?
Well, so as I told you, the ED has attached his land and his assets worth more than 7.6 crores and 90 acres of his land in and around Nagpur district, and he's also owner of a cooperative sugar mill. So his 2 pieces of non-agricultural land also have been attached, and apparently the FIR was lodged earlier against him in an order dated in 2019 in the High Court on allegations that the cooperative sugar factories were fraudulently sold by the then officials and directors of Maharashtra State Cooperative Bank at throwaway prices to related entities without following due procedures. So clearly the ED seems to be starting with Prajakt Tanpure. However, the cooperative sugar scam and the MSCB scam is bigger in scope, so it could end up targeting more leaders, more NCP leaders and more leaders of the Aghadi government.
Yes, absolutely, Ketan. In fact, let me also go across to Shivani, who's with us. Shivani, what can you tell us about this entire development?
First of all, we can clearly see that how MBA ministers and the leaders are under the radar and the scanner of Enforcement Directorate. And now, when there are several fresh cases, those are being registered and investigated by the central agency. We also see that how Prajakt Tanpure's property, his sugar mill, has also been seized by Enforcement Directorate. They have clearly, in fact, Enforcement Directorate has informed us that 90 acres of land which belongs to the Ganesh Gadkari sugar factory in Nagpur, that has been seized particularly, and which also cost about 76 million rupees. And apart from that, we also say that a total of 13 crore 41 lakh worth rupees assets have been seized by Enforcement Directorate in Nagpur and in Ahmednagar. So there were these two particular places the raids were conducted, and after that we can see in the early month of February, Enforcement Directorate was conducting raids and searches in the Nagpur and Ahmednagar district in Maharashtra, and that's where they found this money laundering case which was filed in the year 2019. And after conducting such huge searches and raids across these properties, this huge amount has been seized. More than 13 crore 41 lakh is what we understand the assets have been seized by Enforcement Directorate. But of course, as I was rightly informing in the beginning as well, that how MBA leaders and MBA ministers are under the scanner of Enforcement Directorate, we also see that how Minister Nawab Malik is already facing questions by Enforcement Directorate. Also, we see that more than 8 to 10 ministers and their relatives or their associates are already under the scanner of Enforcement Directorate with respect to their influence while purchasing or making any land deal or purchasing any business related documents. Those have been found by the Enforcement Directorate. We can clearly see that how now another the way ministers from Maha Vikas Aghadi government are getting targeted. Definitely not at all an easy task, and the way now sugar mill factory have also been seized by the Enforcement Directorate. We'll also see ahead of it that during the questioning period what Prajakt Tanpure will be revealing more about it.
All right. Thank you so much, Shivani, for joining us with those details.